Hello everyone, welcome back to your own channel. How you guys are doing? So guys, today we'll be covering another video on Rahu Ketu transit. So we'll be continuing our Rahu Ketu series today. We already covered few ascendants. Today we'll be going to talk about another ascendant, which would be Sagittarius. So if you guys haven't watched the videos on other ascendant, you guys can go on my channel, and in that Rahu Ketu transit series, you will find the other videos for other ascendants. So now for Rahu Ketu right now is in the fourth and 10th house of Sagittarius ascendant, and after I think after around May end, they will be transiting to the house prior. Means Rahu will be transiting to Aquarius and Ketu will be transiting to Leo of Sagittarius ascendant, which would be the third house and the ninth house. Rahu will be transiting in the third house in sign of Aquarius, and Ketu will be transiting in the ninth house in the sign of Leo. So we are covering this on ascendant basis, not on the moon sign. We may start that series later on, but right now we are covering just Rahu and Ketu transit based on the ascendant. So let's quickly start this video now. So if we see, we already talked multiple times about Rahu and Ketu. So what is Rahu? Rahu is about expansion. Rahu is about creating illusions. Ketu, on the other hand, is the reality, spirituality. Ketu is a headless planet. Ketu is contraction of things. Ketu represents height, pointed things. Ketu represents holy places. A lot of things Ketu represent, right? Ketu represents the pointed nib, pointed things. So Ketu represents detachment. All these things Ketu represents. Now Rahu, as I told you, is expansion. Rahu is about darkness. Rahu is only head, not the body. So Rahu is pretty intelligent also. Rahu is about new age technologies, like whatever there is today. We are seeing like AI, machine learning, multiple things, blockchain. All these things basically has Rahu. Internet connectivity, social media, everything is Rahu. So now what is third and ninth house? So ninth house is about sorry, let's see, third house is about short distance travel. Third house is about your younger siblings. Third house is about your neighbors, your courage, desires, uh, your communication, traveling, short distance travel. Body part, it represents your shoulders. So all these things are represented by third house. Now what is ninth house? Ninth house is long distance travel, opposite to third. Ninth house is about father. It's a father's house. Ninth house is about religious travels. It's a house of dharma. It's also the house of luck. Ninth house is about gurus, visiting pilgrimages, the holy places, right? All these things are represented by ninth house. So now when Ketu is there in the ninth house, what will going to happen? So Ketu, as I told you, it's a headless planet, so it always makes you let go of things, whatever it has to be, but it always let go of things. Ketu is the planet who will going to take you towards the spirituality or towards the real things of that particular house, not towards the illusion. So, and Ketu will take your focus out of those things where it will be sitting or transiting, and the focus will move towards where Rahu is. So now when Ketu is in the ninth house, maybe you guys start feeling, okay, if suppose somebody asks you to go for a long distance travel to a holy place or maybe somewhere, so you guys think, okay, no, I don't like it. Why I should go to take a very long distance trip and then visit a holy place or a temple? Rather, I'm just sitting at home, and if I'll do a worship or some prayers here, then what's the big deal? There is no difference. Those kind of a thoughts will come into your mind, and that is what the Ketu will be doing, to taking you towards the spirituality right side, real things, where you will be seeing or thinking that I should not go towards like going visiting long distance places and then see a temple. Rather, I'll be sitting at home and doing my prayers. Or it can give you sudden, not the difference, but distance, and maybe a lesser communication or a relationship where a distance maybe with your father and gurus also, because it represents fathers and gurus, ninth house. And Ketu sitting here will give you a little bit of detachment over there. So but it doesn't mean that there will be a difference between the relationship of you and your father. It can be, depending upon the other planets placement, and where exactly Ketu is sitting in your chart, and how your sun is placed. Based on all those things, it can give you those things related to your father guru, or if you have a son, then with your son also, right? So it will cut short your long distance travel, or maybe you don't like to travel long distance journeys. You will say, no, I don't like, I prefer short distance journeys during this time, or maybe not at all. Okay. So also it will, because it's a fifth house of ego, it will going to cut down the ego related to the ninth house things. And why I said ego? Because that is the fifth sign, Leo. Ketu is coming into the sign of Leo. Leo sign is about ego also. Okay. So those things Ketu will going to make a difference, or will going to bring the detachment or a distance in those things to your life for that particular next 18 months period, or 15 months period, till the time Ketu will be here. All right. Now Rahu in the third house will do opposite. Rahu, as I told you, is the attraction, illusion. So Rahu will make you force, or Rahu will actually make your focus towards the third house things. Maybe you guys will see, okay, I need to do something good. I have this desire of doing the work. So your desires and things will increase towards the third house things. Maybe towards your work, you start thinking, okay, I just need to do, I need to put some efforts to bring something good to my work. Or you guys focus towards your siblings, younger siblings. Maybe you will start interacting with them more, visiting them more, or with your friend circle, social circle, you start interacting more, because 11th house is about networking, and it is going into the sign of Aquarius. But all these things again can vary depending upon the Saturn placement, other planets placement in your chart, and your dasha also. Rahu in the third house can give you urge towards the business. Malefics in the third house, sixth house, 11th house does well. Either it is they are transiting or they are sitting in your natal chart. So Rahu in the third house will do well. Also, it is in the 11th sign. 11th sign Rahu is always good. So, but that is for everyone. But for Sagittarius ascendant, third house Rahu will do good. It can also give you more interaction towards more attraction. Sorry, not attraction, more interaction, and maybe you can get more involved with communication wise with your neighbors. Okay. So those are the things. Short distance travels, yes. So as I told you, that long distance travels will get cut down, and you may do a lot of short distance travel, or distance travel with a lot of breaks, short breaks, and then traveling. Okay. So all these things Rahu will going to make your focus towards those things of third house. Also, this is for everyone, but again depending upon the particular ascendant, what desire it can be. But if you see Rahu is transiting the uh, Kama Trikon, right? And it will also be aspecting with trine, not aspecting, but in trine with your 7th and 11th house, which is again, those are Kama Trikon. So, Kama means desire. So, what desire you guys will going to have, but anyways, Rahu will going to increase the desire for everyone during this period. On other hand, if the desire doesn't get fulfilled, people will feel or may get depressed or maybe not very happy because the desires were not getting fulfilled. So that thing everybody has to keep a check on, that you don't have to, or you do should not get to into too much of desires, because also that is also not good. But anyways, Rahu will going to increase the desire. So that is why I told you that Rahu for Sagittarius ascendant can increase desires toward your third house things, 7th house, 11th house things. All right. Now let's see. As I already told you that the trines of Rahu would be 7th house and 11th house. Similarly, if you see Ketu will be in trine to your 5th house and your ascendant Lagan. So now I'm not talking about the houses, but whatever planets will be sitting in these trines from Rahu and Ketu will become important and they'll start playing a role here. So, because whosoever will be in trine to Rahu and Ketu, you can take them as the Rahu and Ketu will be sitting with them. So now let's take an example. I'm not going to cover all planets, but I'm just taking an example so that you guys can see how the things can change, and then you can apply it on your own chart again with your dasha and everything. So suppose Ketu is in trine with Moon. So Moon will give you, because Moon is food, Moon is traveling, so traveling will cut down. Food, maybe you start eating less food because you may get conscious about your health and start eating less food. It will cut down your emotions. Maybe you start thinking more practicality, and maybe spirituality will be more. All right. If Ketu is in trine with Saturn, then chances are very likely that there could be few issues with your career, your job. Maybe there could be a break in the job. But it doesn't mean that it will not be getting better. No, after this time or initial time, Ketu, after like maybe 8-9 months, when Ketu will have more degrees and moving towards other nakshatra Magha, then Ketu will give you the things related to your job and everything back. But still, it can give some troubles sitting with Saturn. If it is sitting with Venus, not sitting, but if it is in trine to Venus, then it can give health related issues to your spouse. Also, it can give some, maybe you start donating the things, especially monetary terms, start doing some charity. And also it can cut down your income. So those things can happen, but it will not going to happen with everyone, because you have to see the other placements also, and then you will make and also the dasha, and then you will do the analysis whether it will happen with you or not. On other hand, with Rahu, if suppose Rahu and Moon are together, so then what will going to happen is that Rahu and Moon will opposite to Ketu and Moon. It will going to increase the emotions. It will going to give you a lot of travels. Maybe food, you'll start liking more and more food, or start eating more and more food. Now Rahu with Jupiter may increase, you start increasing your knowledge more and more, or you start giving the knowledge more and more. It will depend whether people will like it or not, or whether that knowledge will be good or not, based on other combinations. But that Rahu and Jupiter combination will do. Now Rahu with the let's take example with Venus, can give you more attraction towards the opposite sex, or can give you more sexual urge. Or if you are already in relationship, then it can take you towards the more what should I say, will take you to more obsession of that relationship or your partner, because Rahu will going to expand or increase the intensity and qualities of that particular planet. Okay. uh, yep. So yeah, I think that's also the other planets you guys can take and understand what effects it will going to make and what changes it can bring. These planets can bring you in your life during this transit. But this is how the things will going to work. What planet will be sitting here in your chart with Rahu and Ketu when they will be transiting here, or in trine, as I told you that here in this one, in this house, or Lagan, or in the fifth house, then it will going to show some effects. But then you have to analyze the dasha also and other placements in your chart, and after that you will do the analysis and come to the actual results what you will be getting during this transit. Okay. And Rahu and Ketu dispositors are very important, and it's a placement of Rahu and Ketu in your natal chart is very important to see the results. All right. So all right guys, that's all I have this analysis for the Rahu Ketu transit for Sagittarius ascendant. If you like the video, please hit subscribe to my channel if you are new here, hit the like button, comment and share the video. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.